My two guests today are with the Brunswick Bands. They are George Boberg and Frank Mahoney. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a great story to tell. You really do. And I want to start by letting our audience know that you have two somewhat different bands. Am I correct?
Yes. The concert band is the larger of the organization, and that performing music specifically written for concert bands. And then we have a big band, which gets a bit confusing.
It does, right.
But that's a smaller group performing music basically off the big band era of the 30s and 40s.
Give us the approximate size of each band.
Well, let's see. Right, the concert band right now is I think around 50 people, and and Frank, what's the number of the big band?
Yeah, we're usually 17, 18 performers.
And you're all volunteers.
All volunteers. Most of the people who play in the big band also play in the concert band,
Right.
but it's not 100%.
Right.
And we also have two vocalists who work with us with the big band. One who has a connection, Nick, with the concert band, and the other just sings with the big band.
Right. You rehearse regularly?
We do. Both ensembles rehearse on Tuesday at Duke Energy Progress.
Good.
The big band starts its rehearsal at 5 o'clock, and the concert band comes in at 7 o'clock.
And you have an autumn concert. I know
Yes.
that much.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
We went to the autumn idea because Christmas is coming up very fast after that. We're always a lot of conflicting ideas between the various performing groups, and so we decided to be a little earlier in the season so we could have a clear run for everyone.
I think it's a great idea.
Right.
We'll put the dates and places on the screen, but suffice it to say, what kind of music will you be playing?
Well, we got quite a different combination where music from contemporary writing, we're doing some early music, for early band music, marches coming from the 19th century. We're doing one of the great compositions for concert band by Holtz called Suite in E Flat, and that's one of the great pieces written for the band. And the other, we're also going to be doing a Warsaw Concerto, and my wife, Jane, is going to be the pianist. And
Right.
And we've got we're kind of going into big band music. We're doing a piece which is written in the style of the big band music, but it's written for concert band.
I'm kind of diverting from the questions I had in mind, but as to each of you, when did you first know that music was a huge part of your life? What do you recall? Just in a sentence or two.
Well, I can tell you my earliest memories of the incentive and getting involved with music goes back to the time when the American Federation of Musicians had a strike on. And
So how old were you?
I'm guessing I was about 8,
Okay.
something like that. But I remember that was going on, but I remember I was still able to hear a musician on the radio occasionally. Nobody had TVs at this particular time. And the guy that most captured my attention was a trumpet player named Harry James.
How about that?
And a lot of people were inspired to play the trumpet by Harry James.
George, how about you? What do you first recall?
First recall was my dad also played. He was a drummer, a xylophone player, and he had instruments at home, and so I messed around with those. But I really got started in grade school,
Okay.
and just got more involved, and all the way through playing in New York City. So
Well, you both had great careers.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
we've
that.
had a great career, right.
Terrific. You have a youth component, and I want our audience to know that you have young people as a part of your bands.
Absolutely.
You also
Yeah.
have a component where you try to provide instruments. Tell us about
We do.
both of those.
Yeah. It's a music student assistance program. Started actually when the conductor of the band was Gene Willett, and the band had not started the rotating conductor system yet. And unfortunately, while she was still the conductor of the band, Gene passed away. This was early in 2009. And there were people who had played in the band under Gene who were no longer in the group, and people who knew her, knew the band, was acquainted with it, and the family requested that financial contributions in Gene's memory should go to support the band.
Right.
And so that's a long-winded way of telling you how we got started with establishing the scholarship fund, which still goes on. And
you have high school students that play in your band on a regular basis.
Yes. Yes.
Many of whom go on to college and pursue musical endeavors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, we've run out of time already. George and Frank, thank you for being with us. It's a great story.
If I could mention one more
thing. Yes, sir, please do.
I am the director of the Brunswick Big Band, and the autumn concert is a new mechanism for the concert band. A Christmas concert is a new thing that we're going to try this year with the big band. 1 week after the concert band's last concert, we're going to round up the big band guys and gals and do a big band concert on November 30th. It'll be at Odell Williamson Auditorium, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that will be a different thing for us to do. We've played Christmas music before, but we've not done a pure Christmas performance.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That's a great story you have to tell. Thousands have seen your shows, and we hope hundreds and thousands will continue to come out and see you. Thanks again for being with us.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.